His little pet Bergdahl walking out of a courtroom last week a completely free man, after receiving zero punishment for joining the Taliban and subsequently getting 6 members of his unit killed. While we all wonder just what the hell is going on in our country where it's now acceptable behavior in our military to abandon their posts and hook up with terrorists, Bergdahl's lawyer still isn't quite done sticking it to Americans. The demand he's now making on his client's behalf is so outrageous it will make you want to punch through a freaking wall and call it today. Back in the good old days, we used to publicly execute traitors. Fast forward to today, and not only are these treasonous morons traded for Gitmo terrorists and then free to go on with their lives, but they're awarded freaking medals for their treasonous and disgusting behavior. You heard that right. If Bergdahl's lawyer gets his way, several shiny new medals will soon be swinging from Bergdahl's neck, replacing what should actually be there, like a newly woven rope. After outrageously being allowed to walk free of his desertion charges, the lawyer for traitorous Army Sergeant Bergdahl now wants the Pentagon to award him with some of the service medals he would have been eligible for if he had served with honor. Early this month the traitorous American soldier who escaped to join the Taliban but was held against his will for 5 years afterward was let off the hook by a military judge. Despite not being convicted of desertion or treason, Bergdahl was given a dishonorable discharge and allowed to walk free without jail time. The judge's decision was so outrageous that even a Democrat congressperson was driven to slam the move. Hawaii Representative Tulsi Gabbard, D., was a supporter of Bernie Sanders during the 2016 Democrat primaries, but she was no supporter of Bergdahl's soft treatment. But now that Bergdahl has essentially been allowed to go without any meaningful punishment, his lawyer is brazenly demanding that Bergdahl be awarded military medals. Not only does Bergdahl's civilian lawyer, Eugene Fidel, think that the traitorous soldier should have his dishonorable discharge reversed, he also thinks Bergdahl should be awarded a POW medal. "We have long felt he was entitled to the POW medal," Fidel said, according to USA Today. The Prisoner of War medal is given to any soldier who was taken prisoner and held captive while in military service. Of course, Bergdahl deserted his post on his own. His being grabbed by the Taliban is incidental because the traitor had already abandoned his service before being captured. Still, during his trial, his defense team even insisted that he should get the POW medal so that it wouldn't look like the government was biased against him, a weak claim if there ever was one. In January of last year his military defense team demanded he be awarded his medals, too. A military lawyer representing accused deserter Sergeant Bergdahl called for the Army to award his client several medals, including the Purple Heart and the Prisoner of War medal, during a pre-trial hearing Tuesday. "We believe this is a prejudice and casts a semblance of guilt," Rosenblatt said, noting Bergdahl was wearing his dress blue Army uniform, including a combat infantryman badge and 10 overseas service bars. "We encourage the government to correct that." In addition to the Purple Heart and POW medal, Rosenblatt told Army Judge Colonel Jeffrey R. Nance, Bergdahl should be awarded the Afghanistan Campaign Medal and the NATO Medal during the hearing that largely focused on the defense's ability to access classified material related to Bergdahl's case. "If this treasonous posse actually gets a military medal for his service, I will publicly hold a bonfire and burn every last one of my military medals I received overseas as an act of defiance because these medals obviously mean nothing if traitors to America are awarded them. What the hell is going on in our country? The only thing that belongs around Bergdahl's neck is a freaking rope."